welcome dear students. In this session, that is in this revision class, my focus is to explain you about the final accounts. Here, I have taken an attempt to explain you the solution in how you are going to do it in the exam. Okay, you can see I have placed the answer sheet for you all and a question. Imagine you are writing exam and how we are going to do about. So, you know, final accounts is 20 marks question. When I say final accounts, it comprises of three parts. Please do keep in mind. Trading account, profit and loss account, and the balance sheet. And whenever you are supposed to do a final accounts problem, I request you all to take the side, say a pin page like this even in exam. So that here you can draw trading account, profit and loss account, and here the balance sheet. Okay. Now, sir, how to go ahead with the solution? So first for 2 minutes, let me revise with you all the adjustments. Adjustments should be given two effects. Whereas the trial balance items, whatever are there, they will be posted in the trading account, profit and loss account, or balance sheet as the case may be. Now, which items will come in trading account, which items will come in profit and loss account, and which items will come in balance sheet. All direct expense will come in trading account. All indirect expense and incomes will come in profit and loss account, and all your assets and liabilities will come in balance sheet. Now, in a very simple manner, I am going to explain you how to do the final accounts. First thing, dear students, go through the question given for you all. Trial balance will be given. Okay, and kindly don't write TR, P&L, A and all. No, that's very wrong procedure. Once you go through the question and then see the adjustment. Okay, in this question, they gave you the adjustment value of closing stock, prepaid insurance and outstanding salaries. First, what you do is mark the adjustments. Okay, you will mark the adjustment. Like, for example, value of closing stock. This cannot be marked. This will be giving directly. Prepaid insurance. So, in the trial balance, you see where is insurance. We got insurance here. So, just put one mark over here, which indicates some adjustment is to be given. Or you underline like this. Then, similarly, what is the next adjustment given? They gave you outstanding salaries. Such where are salaries? Here, like if you see, you have the salaries here. Mark and put the adjustment. In the similar manner, I am writing one more adjustment here for you, and that is depreciation on machinery. Okay, I am writing 10% depreciation on machinery. So here on machine, we'll put the adjustment mark. Okay, once the adjustments are marked, then you are supposed to start your problem with your formatting and how the format it runs. So look, dear students, how I am doing the format for you all and how the solution is to be done in a very simple manner. How the solution is to be done. So here I am writing solution number 23. Okay, since it is solution number 23, I am writing. Then first, this you can use for your heading. Whose it is? Mahindra Traders. Okay, so write the heading in the books of Mahindra Traders, trading, profit and loss account for year ending. When the year is ending, they gave 31st March 2019. Then go to the next slide. and write balance sheet as at 31st March 2019. Okay, and then using the scale and pencil, first try to prepare the account. How you are going to draft? See here, like this, you are going to first draw the account. Okay, keep the scale in between and make it a vertical line, debit side, credit side. Then again, keep the scale, draw the amount column and give one inner column. Similarly, on the credit side, you give some. Okay. Now what you do, just divide the page. About 10 lines you keep for your trading account, your profit and loss account. Now come towards the next part, and that is your balance sheet. Okay, your balance sheet we are drafting. See here. So already we did the format, draw the balance sheet. How many lines? Hardly some 8 to 10 lines you draw the balance sheet. And the rest page we are going to use for working notes here itself. So balance sheet. Again, vertically a line, vertical line. Then here amount with inner column. Here also amount with inner column. So balance sheet is also ready, sir. Now first we'll fill the contents. We are going to fill the content. You can see I have made the structure ready. Now here particulars, rupees, particulars, rupees. Okay. Then come to balance sheet, right here, liabilities, rupees, assets, rupees. Done, dear. Now first make out the format. Always in the trading account, first item opening stock, write and keep ready. Second item you write and keep purchases. Come to credit side, write buy sales, then one line gap you give, two lines you give better, then write buy closing stock. Okay, closing stock. Then go to liabilities, first item write capital and keep. Similarly, come to asset side, write closing stock and keep ready here. Okay, now how meticulously and in an easy manner we'll be able to do the problem. Item to item you are going to take, you know what are assets, what are liabilities and what are direct and indirect. Now I'll be explaining simultaneously. What is the first item given to us? Capital, right? Capital. Capital is a liability, dear students, and the amount is 32,000. Okay, 32,000. So we'll go to liability side. Capital already we wrote, and keep in mind we'll write in inner column. So here I am writing 32,000. 32,000 inner column. Then next is salaries. Salaries are indirect expense, dear. Salaries are indirect expense. They come in profit and loss account. So the above part is trading account and the below part is profit and loss. So leaving one line, I'll write 2 salaries. I'll write 2 salaries. 2 salaries. How much is the amount? 1,000. And I'm writing in inner column. Why I'm writing in inner column? Why I'm writing? Because we have marked the adjustment. Okay, we have marked the adjustment. Then we have next item called purchases. Purchases comes in trading account. So already we wrote and kept purchases. We'll fill the amount 20,000 in inner column always. Then purchase return. We know purchase return. We have to subtract from purchases. So we'll go to purchases minus purchase return. How much is purchase return? 400. So subtract 400. If we subtract, we'll get 19,600. Okay. Then sales. How much? 25,000. Sales comes in trading account, credit side. I wrote in inner column. Maybe sales return will be there. We'll see it. Then cash. Cash. Cash is a asset. So go to asset side and write cash. How much is cash given? 5,000. No adjustment, outer column. Then wages. Wages are direct expense and they will come in trading account debit side. So trading account debit side to wages. Amount is 1200. Then they give factory rent. Factory, any rent, any expense relating to factory is a direct expense. So again, trading account to factory rent. How much is factory rent given? 200. Okay. After that, they give insurance. Insurance, we know it comes in profit and loss account. So we'll come to profit and loss. We came, but we saw salaries is lying in inner column. So we'll leave one line gap. Keep in mind, one line, because we have to give adjustment. So leaving one line, I am writing to insurance. When I see insurance, even it has adjustment. So I wrote in inner column 750. Then they gave carriage. Carriage or carriage on purchase or carriage inward is a direct expense. So it comes in trading account. So to carriage. How much is the carriage given? The carriage is 400. Then they gave office expense. Factory expense will come in trading account. Office expense will come in profit and loss account. So we'll come to profit and loss. Insurance is in inner column. So I left one line and I wrote to office expense, no adjustment, 800. Then they gave carriage outward. Carriage outward is also called as carriage on sales. It is again an indirect expense. So profit and loss account. Carriage outward. No adjustment. So the amount is 200. We wrote 200. Then machinery. You know machinery is a asset. So we'll go to asset side and write machinery. How much is the value of machinery? 10,000. I wrote in inner column because I have to give an adjustment. Then after machinery, furniture. Furniture is also asset. So I'll leave one line gap. I'll write furniture. No adjustment. So I'm writing in amount column 7,000. After furniture, discount allowed. Discount allowed is a expense, indirect expense. So that comes in profit and loss. So to discount allowed. How much is discount allowed? 450. Then discount received. Discount received is a income which comes in profit and loss credit. So I leave 2-3 lines gap and write by discount received. How much is discount received? 1,600. Then they give goodwill. Goodwill is an intangible asset. Like that, patents, copyrights, trademarks are also intangible. So asset side will write goodwill. How much is the goodwill? 5,000. Then opening stock. We know opening stock comes in trading account. Already we wrote trading account mein opening stock. Amount is 2,000. Just I'll fill 2,000 in opening stock. Then debtors. Debtors are asset. Come to asset side and write debtors. How much are debtors? 9,000. And next they gave creditors. Creditors are liabilities, dear. So we'll go to liability side. After capital, it's good we'll leave 2, 3, 4 lines, line gap, and then we'll write creditors. We wrote creditors. How much we wrote? 4,000. Like this, the postings are done. Okay. Now we'll pick up one adjustment and we'll give the adjustment. Okay. For giving adjustment, I am using blue pen so that you will be able to understand clearly. Every adjustment has two effects, dear students. Keep in mind. The first adjustment says closing stock. Closing stock. Always it will come in the trading account credit side, balance sheet asset side. Always. To keep in mind. So closing stock, trading account credit side 2,500, balance sheet 2,500. Then prepaid insurance. Prepaid. Whenever they say any prepaid, then first thing you have to show it in the asset side and you have to minus from the respective expense. Here they told insurance. So from insurance will minus. So we'll go to asset side and write prepaid insurance. How much amount is given? 250. So we wrote 250. Now we'll go to insurance and put the minus sign and write prepaid insurance 250. Subtract 750 minus 250, answer is 500. Then we have the next adjustment called outstanding salaries. What are outstanding salaries? They are expense. Okay. So any outstanding expense is a liability. Any prepaid is asset. Any outstanding is liability. So we'll go to liability side and write outstanding salaries. We wrote outstanding salaries. How much they gave? 300 they gave. Okay, 300. One effect over. Second effect is what, dear? Second effect is it will be added to salaries. So we'll go to salaries, add outstanding salaries. How much? 300. So total is 1300. Okay. Then I added one more adjustment for you all, because these are the 4 or 5 adjustments which you are going to get in exam. Depreciate machine by how much? 10%. Okay. So we'll come to working notes and first find out 10%. Write like this in the working note. Depreciation on machinery. How much it is? Let us calculate. 10,000 into 10% they told. 10 by 100. Cancelling, we got 1,000. Okay. We got 1,000 rupees. Now we'll find the depreciation. We found the depreciation. Effect. First, profit and loss account. Go to profit and loss account and write to depreciation on machinery. 1,000. One effect. Second, we'll subtract from machine. So we'll go to machine minus depreciation 1,000. Answer is 9,000. These are the constant adjustments, dear. Okay. For example, let me say he may change. He will tell outstanding insurance. So go and add to insurance. That's it. Outstanding, prepaid, depreciation and bad debt. These are the adjustments which you are going to get. Sir, we have done with all the postings. Now we have to do the solution. Okay. I mean say the working part. Now if we look, there are no sales return. So close like this and transfer 25,000 in the amount column. Now the main part. Working for getting the gross profit, net profit and the balance sheet total, dear. Okay. Here itself in 2 pages we can complete the whole story of final accounts. So what we'll do? We'll make 3 parts like this neatly. Okay. 3 parts. First part for trading account, profit and loss account, and here the balance sheet. Okay. Here the balance sheet we are going to make. So let us see the amounts now. First, trading account. So we'll come to the working, write neatly, trading, right? Trading and do the totals. First, write here debit, here you write credit. Let us do the debit figures. 2000, 19,600, 1200, 200, 400. We'll do the total. 0, 0. 4 plus 2, 6, 7, 8. 8, 6, 14. Then 9, 10, 12, 13. 3, 1 carry. 23,400. Now I am writing credit figures. 25,000 and 2,500. I got 27,500. Credit is more. We have space here. Do the working. Credit 23,500 minus debit 23,400. Just to make you understand, I am using red pen. You are not supposed to use red pen in exam. Okay? So 0, 0. 5 minus 4, 1. 7 minus 3, 4. This is gross profit due. We got gross profit. We'll go to trading account, debit side, and write here 2 gross profit. Next line you write transferred to profit and loss and write the amount 4,100. And this will be immediately transferred to the profit and loss credit side like this. By gross profit brought down 4,100 and close your trading account. You can draw the two lines and you can write the amount 23,400 both the sides. So the first part is over. Now we'll go to the second part to do the working for profit and loss account. Same again, debit total and credit total. So debit. Let us write debit figures. Amount column you have to check, not the inner column. So 1300, 500, 800, 200, 450 and 1000. I am doing the total 0, 5, 4 plus 2, 6, 15, sorry, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 8, 14, 14 plus 5, 19, 19 plus 3, 22. 2 carried, 3 plus 1, 4. 4,250 is the debit total. Now I'll write credit figures. 4,100 and 1,600. 0, 0, 7, 5. 5,700. Credit is more again, right? Even in profit and loss, credit is more. So profit. Let us find 5,700 minus debit 4,250. 0, 10 minus 5, 5, 6 minus 2, 4 and 1. This is net profit. 1,450 is net profit. This net profit again will transfer to profit and loss. We'll go to profit and loss to net profit. Next line, transferred to capital. Okay, how much? 1450. 1450. Now what we are going to do? This account also got closed. With how much we are going to close? 5,700. Now what to do with the net profit? This net profit will take to capital and add. We'll write here add net profit 1450. So if I add, this became 33,450. I'll transfer 33,450. Then the last part, balance sheet. You have to do the balance sheet and it will tally here. So you can see I'm doing the balance sheet total here. Liabilities 33,450, then 4,000 and 300. 0, 5, 7, 7, 3. 37,750 is my liability total. Now here I'll write assets. 2,500 5,000, then 9,000, 7,000, then again 5,000, 9,000 and 250. So this is 750 we got. Now let us see. Total if we do, again it is 33,000, 37,000. Balance sheet tallied, sir. Without any difficulty, 100% your balance sheet will tally. And end what you can do, you can come to the balance sheet, close the amount column and write both the sides 37,750. This is how you will have your question paper in the hand and your answer booklet, dear. Always keep in mind to do the solutions in this angle and in this pattern. Whenever you do final accounts, try to do in two-sided page. So this is all about final accounts. Kindly revise the adjustments properly. And what are the frequently asked adjustments? For you all, I explained you what are the adjustments. First, always will be closing stock. What will be the effect of closing stock? Always the effect of closing stock will be first effect, trading account, credit side, balance sheet, asset side. Prepaid insurance, or let it be prepaid wages, anything which is having the word called prepaid. First effect will be asset. Second, it will be subtracted from the related expense. Like that when they give outstanding salaries, or let me say they told outstanding wages, outstanding rent, let them tell anything outstanding. Okay, you are going to add it to the respective item expense and you'll show it as a liability. Then they may ask depreciation on asset, machine, furniture, anything. You will subtract from that particular item of asset and debit to the profit and loss account. And one more adjustment they can ask you. And what is that? Bad debts. If they say bad debts, first effect, dear students, it is you should show bad debts on the debit side of profit and loss account. And second, you should subtract from debtors. You should subtract from debtors. These are the 5 adjustments which are given by the board this year. Only 5 adjustments. Again, in a nutshell, I'll try to revise the structure with you. First, draft the trading P&L account like this, how I have shown you. Then, compulsory, go to debit side and write this item opening stock, below that purchases, sales, come to balance sheet and write capital. Compulsory. Write and keep these items along with closing stock. Then, go through the trial balance given. Once you start going through the trial balance, you'll come across the item. And if you find that the item is a direct expense, post it in the trading account. If it is an indirect expense, profit and loss account, debit side. If it is an income, profit and loss account, credit side. If you find that it is an asset, post it on the asset side. If it is a liability, post on liability side. And then wherever you have marked the adjustment, while posting that item, post it in inner column. And then give the effects of adjustments after completing the posting. And once all the postings are done, okay, once postings are done, then first close the trading account to get the gross profit. Post the gross profit, transfer. Then do the net profit and loss to get the net profit. And then the balance sheet. Sir, can we get gross loss? Yes. If your debit will be more than credit, you will get gross loss. Then reverse it. You will put gross loss on the credit side and here debit side. Sir, we got net loss. Yes, you can get net loss. When you get net loss, your debit will be more, credit will be less. Put on the credit side. And what you are going to do? You should subtract from the net profit. So this is all about your examination pattern here. Okay. So having said this, and I hope you all have understood the final accounts To the greater extent, I thank you all for listening me and attending the classes, hopefully, and revising. Only thing is, try to focus on final accounts, 3-column cash book, personal account, and pay your simple cash book. These are the 4 problems here which will give you 40 marks. Okay, this will give you 40 marks. So try to understand and focus more on these 4 problems. Section D, E, F and G. Okay, G, of course, the last section 2 marks. I taught you all the important theory questions. Like that, there is every possibility that a student can get above 90 in commerce, provided you practice well your accounts part. And commerce, of course, you know, the theory questions will be there, which you have to do. So thank you, dear students. Have a nice day. Have a blessed day and hope you all will come with flying colors. God bless you all.